Yeah, the top game, or one of the top games on what's a pretty good slate of games this weekend, is number 4 USC at number 10 Oregon in Autzen Stadium. It's a night game. The place should be rocking. It's one of the great atmospheres in college football. The Ducks come in first place in the Pac-10 by a game over USC. Oregon hasn't lost in the Pac-10 yet. In fact, it hasn't lost since their opening night loss to Boise State. The team has made steady progress since then, and number 1 in the Pac-10 in pass defense, and number 2 in the Pac-10 in overall defense, right behind USC. USC's defense has, for the most part, been one of the best in the country this year, though it's coming off a shaky performance against Oregon State. USC's offense was great in that game, and the offense behind Matt Barkley and Joe McKnight and Alan Bradford has been making some steady progress, but the defense took a little bit of a step back against Oregon State, so now the question is, what USC defense will we see against that high-powered Oregon offense? If Oregon wins, the Ducks are in control of the Pac-10 race and undefeated. If USC wins, USC sort of takes control of the Pac-10 race. A USC loss, well, the Trojans have won 7 straight conference titles. That streak would be in grave danger if USC takes a second Pac-10 loss. Halloween night in the Big 12, it'll be number 3 Texas at number 13 Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State found out this week that All-American wide receiver Des Bryant won't be playing this game and probably won't be playing for the rest of the season. He was ruled ineligible by the NCAA for lying to investigators about a meeting he had with Deion Sanders during the summer. Bryant can still appeal, but he's definitely gone for this game. He's a huge piece of an explosive offense, but they've done pretty well without him so far. But this Texas group is ranked number 2 in the country in defense, so it'll be a big step up facing Roderick McElroy and Sergio Kindle and safety Earl Thomas. On the flip side, it's still probably the best offense that Texas's defense has faced, so it'll be a good test for the Longhorns on the defensive side. And a little bit of history in this rivalry. Texas has won 11 straight meetings against Oklahoma State. Down in the SEC, it's number 1 Florida against Georgia in Jacksonville. It's called the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, and it's one of the great sights in college football. Half the stadium rooting for the Bulldogs, half the stadium rooting for the Gators. Been going on down there for decades. On the football side of things, Florida's been struggling on offense lately, not scoring enough touchdowns, but they're still in first place in the SEC East, and they're on their way to another SEC East championship. If they can win this game, the Gators, along with a loss by South Carolina later in the night, the Gators will clinch the SEC East and a spot in the SEC title game. As for Georgia, if they can pull the upset, they still have a chance to get to the SEC title game, but they're more than 2 touchdown underdogs.